A question we get asked a lot in the shop is how do you attach your rig when you've got a DACRON connector? Obviously the traditional connectors are very simple, you just slide the sleeve back, loop goes in, slide the sleeve over, job done. Obviously DACRON connectors are probably 70 to 30% of people's choice nowadays. The biggest thing that people don't know is how to attach the line to the DACRON connector. So you've made your rig perfectly. Before you put the rig on the winder, you need to tie the loop. Now I'm going to use slightly thicker line for this than I would normally use. I'm using a real line just so it's easier to see. I'm going to tie one big loop. Doesn't make much difference how big it is, as long as it's big enough for you to be able to do it. So we're going to tie one big loop, so we're going to tie that off like that, tighten that off, like so. And then within that big loop, we're going to tie a smaller loop. All right. So let's do that again. So again, I'm just going to moisten my fingers, tie a smaller loop, so you've left with a little tag. It doesn't need to worry about it coming straight or whatever. To be honest, if it's offset, the better. What we're going to do is just going to trim that off there, like so. So you've got a little loop and a big loop. We're going to open up this big loop, like so. See that? And then we're going to basically like a slip knot effect with the main line through this big loop. Then we're going to open it up, like so. All right. So you're left with a big loop. You're going to get your DACRON connector, like so. Place that over the DACRON and pull this nice, slowly but tight over both both little tags there, like so. All right. Then we're going to slide that down onto the end of the DACRON, like so. So that is it perfectly. You're probably going to ask him, why has he got the tag? Well, to retrieve the rig after the session and put it back on your winder, what we're going to do is just hold the elastic tight and we're just going to pull this little tag. And what that does, it just opens up the loop. See that there? Off the end. That goes back in the end of your pole. You're left with your loop back onto your winder. All right, dead simple. That's the simple way. I advise if you're fishing near snags and you don't want to have this little tag, then you can just trim that off, but you've still got something to pull and get hold of. And then obviously you can put that back on your winder at the end. So it's really simple. That's the way to attach your line to a DACRON connector.